So your fault codes are, see where it says not present, it means that once upon a time this engine, it had an overboost and it says exhaust gas recirc valve stuck. So from experience that usually tells me that the car was stuck for a while, like sat for a while I mean, sorry, and then it went for a drive and then it got booted, floored, whatever by previous owner or on a test drive, and it triggered off a fault code. Essentially it just means that your EGR is clogged up with dirt and a bit sticky. So I'll flash this code now. So we're looking at the second orange light, the one next door to the car with the key. That's the one that was on. So it's telling me it's not present anymore, so the fault has occurred and then disappeared. So what we're going to do is delete, reread. Oh, there you go. Okay, but if it does come back on, that light over here, we're going to take the EGR valve off and well, we'll try to clean it first. Before we take the EGR off, we'll do another diagnostics. The second one we'll do free of charge, so I think it'll be the same fault, and then we'll have a look at taking off the EGR, cleaning the EGR, or alternatively look at replacing the EGR. I'll recommend some cleaning fluids that you can input with the diesel, and hopefully that's just sorted out. That's it off now. Like I say, if it comes back on, chance of likely the EGR is sticking. Right, all MOL filters, that collapsed. That's the oil filter. Not even a brand on there. All collapsed. That's what a new one looks like. Oil filters in there. Just it looks like that, just clean and not collapsed. New fuel filter. And there's the old one. No idea what QH is, never heard of it. And that's the new fuel filter. So put it back together. I'll have a look at that bit underneath. And while the wheels are up, I'll just check everything, because there's a weird knock I could hear earlier. And I'll just see if I can find out what that knock is, okay? So, from what I've gathered, you need one rear shock absorber. I shall show you right now. No fluid in there whatsoever. I should not be able to pick this up, and I can pick it up very easy. It's really hard to show you and record. That's one hand, so there's no dampening effect. So with shock absorbers, you've got to change them in pairs, but that would explain the clunking that I can hear when I was driving. Springs look reasonable, slightly worn. The other side is not too bad. AC, whatever AC is, that's that part name again. But that shock absorber is just rusty. But I can't just change the one, you've got to change them in pairs, because otherwise they're going to be completely off balance, and then you have to change the other side anyway. And that's CV joint up the front. So the inner CV joint I mentioned, that needs, the gator needs replacing. Now I'm not sure if there's any damage to the CV joint, so I'll price up a gator for you, and I'll also price up the whole kit. Hopefully I can show you, because I can't see right with the tip of my finger. Oh, there you are. Yeah, I hope I caught that on camera, but yeah, there's a big gap hole right there. So need, well, if we're going to do the CV joint, change gearbox fluid, because I think it only owns 1.6 litres, this does, and I've got to pull this out, and it's going to leak out gearbox oil. So might as well flush the gearbox. See if I can just find a gator. I'll speak to BMF tomorrow, but I don't know how long that's been leaking. Judging by how much gunk is around there, I'm guessing a fair while. So I don't know how good that CV joint is, so you might be paying me twice if you're going to go CV boot and then it fails, then I have to change the boot and the joint and have to charge you again. Or I could just do the boot and the joint all at once, including the gearbox flush. I'll price everything up individually and I'll let you know. So far everything else looks alright though. But that's the service complete. It's got to reset the clock. Start it up. I'll just give it a little wipe down. Nothing fancy. Yeah, all done.